Hey YouTube, Mike the Alpha Hoarder here. Thanks for dropping by. It's been a minute. My life and schedule has been a little bit hectic. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to change. But, you know, I'll do videos when I can. I got a couple ideas I'm working on at the moment. But today I just wanted to record this and figured I'd throw it online. So I went and did something that is quite unlike me. I got cards graded. Not alpha cards. These things. I've been, I don't know, I'm really fascinated by some of this Japanese alternate art stuff. And I really like how they did this on the War of the Spark ones. So you can see these are the foils, and it's where the foiling only picks out certain parts of the artwork. It's really cool. And then these are also pre-release cards. So I got this one separately. It's one that I've been watching for a while. It's a real chase card. It just shows you how even some modern cards, if they're rare enough, can really command value. And ever since I got her, I've been interested in trying to put together a set of these things. And you can't really get them slabbed except for a couple of the pricey ones, so I figured I'd try it myself. And I thought we could see how that goes. So this was done with PSA, just to match this. I have never graded with PSA. I have only ever graded with BGS. So let's see how it looks. Another reason I wanted to share this video is because I've had some thoughts about some of the Magic 30 stuff. Only because it keeps coming up. You know, Rudy's talked about it recently. A few other places. There seems to be a consensus going around that the pricing on the secondary market for the singles is entirely artificial. And I'll be honest, I wonder if that's the case. I have no doubt that there are some bag holders that are probably doing everything that they can to manipulate the market. But I don't think that's going to be the full picture. Ooh, look at that, a 10, right on the top. I don't think that's going to be the full picture. And the reason for that is I actually think some of those cards are pretty appealing. Oh, another 10. I think some of those cards are pretty appealing. And I think these serve as sort of a metaphor for that. I mean, there's nothing intrinsically valuable about a card printed in, what, 2022? Or is it 21? Okay, 2019. All right, couple of years old. Modern printing. There's nothing intrinsically valuable in a card like this. You can make all the same arguments about Magic 30 cards that you could about this. This isn't playable once it's slabbed, you know what I mean? You know, it's playable on its own, but in a slab it's not playable. So what's the difference between a card like this and a Magic 30th card? Well, the biggest difference, it seems to me, is sentiment. People hate the set. For good reason. Another 10. Jeez. Is that normal for modern cards? To get all 10s like this? Or maybe it's just the first 3. Good start though, huh? Take a look. Yeah, I just love the art on these things. This is a 9. I guess I'll make piles. But you know, I was thinking about that sale. I mean, when I first saw some of those cards, I was pretty pumped about it. You know, I've said this before. I don't have any position in sealed Magic 30. I only have a couple of cards, singles that I disclosed on this channel prior, that I purchased from people who were at the Vegas event. So not even after, not even, you know, prior to the sale going live. And then I backed off. So I don't have any skin in this game. It doesn't matter to me, really, one way or the other. But I suspect a lot of people were turned off from that sale because of the price, as we all know. I also think there's a lot of people that just, you know, didn't know about it. I have a relatively small play group. Foiling on this is more subtle. Oh, there it is. I have a relatively small play group. I don't play that often. Ooh, another 10. But a couple people in my playgroup didn't even know Magic 30 happened. You know, if you don't watch YouTube videos like this and you're not sort of in this space closer to the MTG finance side, I don't know. There's probably plenty of people who didn't know. And then there's probably plenty of people who did know, who just had no interest in spending $1,000 on random cards. But that's not the same thing as saying they don't want specific cards. Ooh, an 8. Love this artwork. So, I'm not making some big point about that or anything. It's just everyone's talking about how it's all shill bidding and fake, and I don't know, man. If it weren't for the drama and the bullshit with Hasbro, I would love to be getting a bunch of those cards. I think the old artwork looks really cool, even in the modified frames. I mean, it's not as cool as the old stuff, but it's cool to see that art again in different forms. I get it. Oh yeah, 10 on the bolus. Hey, Saint, if you happen to be watching, or Dave, Gem Mint, how hard is it normally to get 10s with PSA? I feel like I'm getting a lot. And I didn't have to go through that many raws to get cards that I thought were in really good condition. I mean, is that just the way it is for 2019 and newer? Another 9. Cool. I'd be interested to know, or anyone that's graded with PSA. All right, let me go a little faster here. So let's see. 10, 10, and 10. Look at that. Ooh, she's cool. I think these things are beautiful. Ooh, another 10. I got 10s on some of the good ones. Look at her eyes. Oh, there it is. Such nice foiling with these things. Ooh, Karn too. Wow. Does anyone else collect these? I'd like to know if I'm the only one. Yeah, so I don't know. I could very easily see people interested in individual cards that are creating true organic demand for those cards and pushing prices up. Now, that's not to say that those 30th anniversary cards are investable or that those prices are going to hold. You know, I wouldn't think either of those are the case. We know that there's a lot of supply that's not on the market. We don't know exactly what's happening with it, but you know, presumably it's going to hit the market eventually. But you know, at the present moment, if you're someone who has a pet card and you want that, particularly in retro frame, good luck to you. You know, they're just not out there. And so I could definitely see people paying premiums for them, you know, for now. And maybe that won't hold when more inventory shows up. Maybe it will. You know, maybe a bunch of those 30th boxes are going to end up in a dumpster somewhere. And these things can start to be like some of these. I have no idea. I'm not planning to buy any. I'm not planning to build positions in it. I don't think you should either, but I don't think that it's necessarily all fake. I really don't. That is cool. All right, almost through this. So it looks like a little more than half. Oh, this is the one I messed up. This one is not a pre-release, and I didn't realize it. So I've got to send one more off. Oh, I got a 10 though. I'm gonna have to send one more off to complete this set. But it looks like about half 10s, half 9s, and 1 8. That seems like a pretty good haul. Pretty cool. What do you guys think? Should I do this with alpha cards? Nah, probably not. Not gonna do that. Thanks for watching today's video. If you're enjoying my content, the easiest way to let me know is by starting a GoFundMe and raising a whole bunch of money to buy me a mansion. I promise I will plaster every inch of that mansion with alpha cards. See you next time.